Hello everyone, back tuning into Stormwatch. So we could be seeing some thunderstorms over the next 24 or so hours. Both storms that could break out across the UK and storms that could trundle up from France and affect some parts of the country, particularly tonight and tomorrow morning. So a lively 24 hours or so, 36 hours coming up. After that, I think the risk of thunderstorms will be diminishing from the middle of the week onwards through to the second half of the week. And then as you get through to the very end of the week and into the weekend, the storm risk could grow again as we start to get a clash of air masses and it begins to try and cool down. It's going to be a warm week coming up. We're still unsure how hot it's going to get at the end of the week. But that'll be the focus kind of like in the second half of the week, looking to drier conditions, but also how hot will it get. Whereas at the moment, we're very humid, very cloudy, and we've got these bursts of rain, which could produce thunder at times too. It's quite a complex setup though. So there is a fair amount of uncertainty about this for the next few hours. So I'll get on that for you very short. Just say that coming up later on this afternoon on the homepage will be the week to 10-day video update with all of the usual features. And then tonight we've got the next update for Glasgow. I think that's update number 6 possibly for the Glastonbury Festival. That'll be with you tonight. Going to start off with this Stormwatch with the radar picture from the Weather Outlook. So we have got rain across the country at the moment. We've got an area of heavy rain across the northern parts of Scotland. That's persistent, heavy, thundery rain. We've got these very bright colours here across southern parts of Scotland, down into the far north of England. Thunderstorms mixed in with some of those bursts of rain. So we've got some thunderstorms there. And then going further south, we've got this showery area of rain stretching up through parts of the Midlands in towards southern parts of northern England. And also going down into the southeast. If we add on the lightning detector, we can see that the lightning's mainly in the north, actually, at the moment. So it's kind of like to the south of Scotland, around the borders area, and then going down into far north of England. One or two flashes there, going a bit further south around Preston, and also Leeds and Sheffield. Further south of that, not all that much in the way of lightning flashing away. But this showery rain that we've got through these central parts of England at the moment, they may get heavier through the course of this afternoon. So we may see some of this becoming heavier, possibly producing some thunderstorms through this afternoon and this evening through this central part of the country. This is the facts chart for 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. This is the human interpretation of the models by forecasters at the UK Met Office. It's rather unsettled, really. Low pressure is sitting to our southeast. It's got a lot of humid air associated with it. We've got these weather fronts that will just be enhancing kind of like the shower, rain and thunderstorm risk, perhaps. That takes us to midday tomorrow. Things are simplifying then, just got this one front left over through central parts of the country. Could still be producing some pretty heavy rain, maybe some thunder. However, that's midnight on Wednesday. By this point, the low pressure is beginning to move away in towards the North Sea. Just starting to get this ridge out of the Atlantic, just beginning to extend in across the country a little bit. As you go through to Wednesday, really high pressure starts to take over from Wednesday through to Thursday. This is midnight Thursday. See this ridge building through the country. So that will start to kill off the shower risk during the course of Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday I think has quite a lot of dry weather before possibly the storm risk grows again late Friday and into the weekend. This is how the GFS is showing things. So again, we've got high pressure sitting to our north, low pressure down to the south, and we're in a very slack, sort of thundery, humid, melting pot type air mass. This is Cape and lifted. This is showing the convective potential within the atmosphere. This is for 6 o'clock this evening. We can see there is some cape and lifted there through, particularly parts of sort of central England and going up into southern Scotland. Also across Ireland, there's some cape and lifted. So that tells us that things could liven up this afternoon across the country with thunderstorms perhaps coming a little bit more widespread. Now, overnight tonight, we're going to bring more sort of thundery rain up from the south. I'll talk about that in a second. You'll see, though, that tonight the Cape is very poor. So there may be thunderstorms overnight tonight, but to be honest, I'm not really seeing a huge amount of convective potential there. There's perhaps just enough to sustain those storms, because I think they will be very lively over France. So there's enough probably to sustain them into the south and southeast of the country. But as that rain tunnels further north, you may lose sort of a convective potential, but there will still be a lot of very heavy and thundery rain around tonight. And then tomorrow, again, we see the convective potential just coming back up a little bit, particularly down in the south, but tremendous amounts of convective potential over many parts of Europe. Really, really convective there. And then as we go into the middle and second half of the week, the Cape sort of goes away then. So things turning drier, and we lose the thunderstorm risk as we get through Wednesday through to Thursday, before things perhaps start kicking off again from Friday and into the weekend. We have got pretty decent Cape and lifted bare on Friday evening, but there's very little in way of precipitation. Let's have a look at the GFS. This is from weatheroutlook.com. It's showing the precipitation forecast for the next few days. So we're beginning at midday, showery bursts of rain really across the country. If we compare that to rare pitch, that's probably a bit overdone. Don't think rain is quite as widespread as that is showing at the moment. I'm doing a video at 12 in the afternoon. But let's go through it and see what GFS wants to do. So it starts to move those bursts of heavy rain further northwards. Could be some thunderstorms there across the eastern part of Scotland, for example, 6 o'clock this evening. And this could begin thunderstorms through parts of northern England and down into the West Midlands and North West Midlands as well. Things go a bit quieter early in the evening. A lot of that rain dies away, but you'll notice more wet weather is gathering to the south. This is our next batch of thundery rain drifting north. Now, there's some very bright colours in with this, so this could give really heavy rain, torrential rain, actually moving northwards overnight tonight. Now, we've already established that the convective potential tonight isn't great. There's not huge amounts of Cape, but because of the intensity of these storms across France, it's possible that we will be able to sustain lightning and thunder for a while anyway, as these storms trundle northwards. But the story tonight might be more sort of very heavy rain. That's 6 o'clock in the morning, pouring with rain there from southwest England towards Midlands. That is affecting the Glastonbury area too, so that's going to give them a real soaking. And then that carries on northwards through the Midlands into northern England. Again, very intense colours there, indicating the chance of torrential rain coming tonight. That could well give over an inch of rain quite widely across parts of Wales and the Midlands overnight tonight. And then that carries on northwards, and gradually through the course of tomorrow things begin to calm down a little bit, although we keep showery bursts of rain going. Looks like we lose the intensity. Then we're into Wednesday. Loads of dry weather coming up on Wednesday, really. And then that takes us through to Thursday. Again, the emphasis very much towards dry conditions on Thursday. That's through to Friday. Again, the emphasis very much on dry conditions. Could be showers out to the west and northwest, saying they might be thundery. But certainly the second half of the week, from Wednesday on, will set the whether the emphasis is shifting towards drier conditions. This is the high-resolution arpège model. This is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Probably a better reflection, actually, that of the current position. So go back to radar picture. That's how things are looking. I think the arpège possibly a slightly better reflection of where the precipitation is at the moment. Through the course of this afternoon, it looks like we've got showers. They may be thundery, though. Thundery showers, maybe thunderstorms through parts of Wales into the Midlands, going up into northern England, and then up to Scotland, and then across northern Scotland, got that more persistent area of rain, of course. Things go quieter for a time into the early evening, but then we've got this wet weather moving up from the south. Again, some pretty vibrant colours in with that. Could give thunderstorms to parts of central, southern, southeast England. You'll notice that's particularly focused from sort of the Midlands in towards East Anglia, 4 o'clock in the morning. So that might just be an area of thundery rain. It could be thunderstorms as well. It's one of those situations that's very, very difficult, because I think it will have convection as it leaves France, but we know that we've got poor levels of Cape over the UK, so we probably lose a convection as this drifts northwards. But enough could be sustained, certainly for southern parts of the country anyway, to produce lightning and thunder. And then that carries on northwards through into tomorrow, gradually easing as it heads up into northeast England, moves out of the way. And then that takes us into Wednesday. There's a few showers still breaking out on Wednesday, but far fewer of them. And then into Thursday, again, the emphasis is really shifting to dry weather on Thursday. That's as far as we get to with up air. It gets us to 6 o'clock in the morning on Friday. Again, mainly dry weather. And then, as I say, the emphasis will shift towards how hot is it getting in the second half of the week. There's still a lot of uncertainty about that. This is Euro 4 from Weather Online. You've only to all of these websites on the links page at Gas Service and in the description at YouTube, by the way. So, precipitation forecast for midday. That's perhaps a little bit underdone if we compare that to the radar picture. I think actually we've got more precipitation around at the moment than Euro 4 was forecasting, particularly through southern Scotland and down into far north of northern England. It's not really picking out those thunderstorms that we've got there in that area at the moment. So that's perhaps a little bit underdone. But anyway, let's have a look and see what Euro 4 does then. So I've just got to enable the mouse over for some reason. That's not working. So again, this is what Euro 4 is showing. So we move through, and not much happening through the course of this afternoon into this evening. There's a few storms there through parts of Wales, something over northern England. Otherwise, it's not showing a great deal. But again, it's perhaps a little bit underdone. I think that's a little bit underdone compared to what we've got coming up this afternoon. Those downpours could be a bit more widespread this afternoon. Overnight tonight, here comes that big, massive rain moving up from the south. So again, this is a widespread area of potentially thundery rain, definitely. There may be thunderstorms embedded within it. Just depends whether we can sustain those sort of thunderstorms from France. But you see, it's a widespread area of wet weather covering much of England and Wales overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Could be some torrential rain in with that, giving perhaps up to an inch in some places. Through the course of tomorrow, carries on north into northern England, gradually losing its intensity. And then we can get to 6 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday, and again, emphasis is shifting towards drier conditions. This is WRF from metroseal.fr. Situation at 10 o'clock in the morning. There's a heavy rain across Scotland, otherwise wasn't showing a great deal of precipitation. Again, I think that's a little bit underdone compared to what's actually happening at the moment. Now, WRF does kick off some pretty big showers and storms this afternoon. This is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You'll see northern England and down into parts of Lincolnshire in particular, also the north of Norfolk, and possibly into some parts of the Midlands. Very vibrant colours in there, indicating that WRF is indicating chances of thunderstorms breaking out through the central parts of the country during the course of this afternoon. The other models aren't really showing that greatly, so there could be some showers around in the next hour or two. Big storms. Those storms go out to northern England. Things gradually calm down through the evening, but then as we get through to the early hours, again, here comes that area of heavy rain trundling up from the south, particularly affecting southern and southeast parts. It's at 6 o'clock in the morning, so torrential rain into parts of the Midlands down to southeast England. You'll notice that doesn't expand it over to Wales, so it's much more limited there than what Euro 4 was showing. But again, there's some very vibrant colours, so the risk of some pretty torrential rain and maybe thunderstorms embedded within that too. That intense thundery rain carries on moving northwards into tomorrow morning, heading up into northeastern parts of England. Things gradually then start calming down through the course of the afternoon. There'll still be some quite heavy showers breaking out over Wales, you'll notice. But otherwise, tomorrow it's a case of things calming down. As we get through into Wednesday, again, the emphasis is very much shifting towards drier conditions on Wednesday. Then finally, we've got Hallam. So this again, precipitation forecast from Hallam. Again, showing showers and perhaps picking up a little bit better those showers across southern Scotland that we've got at the moment. Showery rain across England and Wales as well. Let's run through the course of the day. So again, we see chances of showers breaking out through central parts of the country this afternoon. That's 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Some heavy showers, probably thunderstorms across parts of Lincolnshire and down in towards the North East Midlands, for example. Some showers over northern England, fudgy rain across Scotland. And then there's going to be early evening, things calming down, but then here comes that heavy rain from the south. And this is showing really torrential rain as well, Halam. This is at 3 o'clock in the morning. Very, very intense colours there through parts of central southern England going up towards the South Midlands. That's really torrential rain. Could probably be enough to produce localised flooding if that came off in the early hours. Very intense rain then moves through the Midlands up towards Lincolnshire. Again, got those really bright colours, intense colours there. Certainly enough to give an inch of rain, probably a couple of inches of rain if that was to come off. It might be a little bit overdone. I'm not sure any of the other models are going quite that intense with the rain. Again, that could just be a massive heavy rain. It could have thunder within it, lightning thunder embedded within it as well. It really will be a case of now casting, and if you're awake at around 2, 3 in the morning, just looking out windows, seeing whether there's any flashes of lightning going on. That trundles up into northeast England through tomorrow morning, gradually things calming down through the course of tomorrow. And then as we get through to Wednesday, again, the emphasis is shifting towards drier conditions. And then those dry conditions take us through into the middle and second half of the week. So the focus for thunder is really today, tonight and tomorrow morning. Once that's out of the way, it looks like we are very much shifting towards a lot of dry weather Wednesday, Thursday, before the risk of storms possibly grows Friday and into the weekend as we try to bring cooler air, fresher air in from off the Atlantic. So thunderstorms probably not going to be as widespread as was expected a couple of days ago, but I always had a bit of doubt about this. You'll remember last week I was saying that I was unsure how much thunder there would be. But certainly there is going to be some storms around in places through this afternoon, and again tonight there's risk of thunder and also torrential rain tonight too. So it's one to keep an eye on, and we shall see what happens. Right, with that later on this afternoon with your week to 10-day video update. And then tonight we've got the 6th update for the Glastonbury Festival. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.